I've been asked as a member of the Community Lunch Committee to speak about this program in our church. Community Lunch is not new to our church. We were previously part of the Greater Church sponsored lunch program held at St. Columbus for several years prior to the advent of COVID-19. Sarah Folger was our minister then. Marty Hellman, a choir member, introduced the idea of community lunch to us Sunday after Sunday from the choir loft, encouraging our church to form a committee with the idea of offering lunches with two goals in mind: to reduce hunger in the Booth Bay region community and also provide fellowship for those attending. After several weeks, a group of us realized that we could participate in such a program as we had enough interested church members who would participate. St. Columbus stepped forward to host all the lunches at their church. They were an excellent host church. They originally set up the room for lunch prior to our arriving with food at 10:30. They also supplied us with paper goods, coffee, ice, and butter pats. We had complete use of their kitchen and anything in it. These lunches went on for several years until the COVID-19 pandemic hit. Our weekly lunches, sponsored by the Congregationalists, Methodists, Episcopalians, Baptists, and Rotary, suddenly stopped at St. Columbus, closed its doors because of the pandemic. We were advised to stay at home, only to go out wearing masks when we had to. Folks did not feel comfortable attending group events. Tansy Mitchell and Gloria Walters were the leaders of the community lunches. They organized the schedules and they kept the churches completely informed of what was happening. We had a cohesive group. After canvassing each church following COVID-19, the second year might have happened, but members of the various church committees felt as much as they would like to hold the lunches, we should wait one more year. In the third year of waiting to restart, there was still a question mark of whether to hold them at St. Columbus. St. Columbus still had a wear the mask policy. This in itself was prohibitive for offering lunches. Our church had an excellent filter system installed in both the sanctuary and fellowship hall. While Tansy Mitchell took some of those interested St. Columbus community lunch members to Brady's, our church committee voted to stay in our church where the lunch first began. The other churches had lost several members who previously made their hosting possible. Either way, the idea of community lunch survived and has met its goals as an outreach program of our church. In this past issue of the March newsletter, 25 names were listed and acknowledged for their participation in this lunch. I have said that it takes a church village to prepare these 5 monthly meals. Many of today's committee were the original group that met at St. Columbus. So I'm going to ask the longest committee members to just stand and recognized, if you would. That's Barclay, for sure. Susan Reynolds. Susan, weren't you one of the early members? Arlene? Don't be shy. Okay, well, we do have your names all in print on the March newsletter, so we know who the main characters were, including Todd, of course, who very warmly welcomes those people who come to lunch, and Heather, as one of her jobs, carries that white signboard out on the morning of the lunch. Our last lunch will be held this Wednesday, March 6th in Fellowship Hall, and we will be starting the lunch at 11:30 as usual. We will have Larry Brown attend from the police department, who will be available to offer a free sign-up for blue home address signs. And these, of course, are will make it easy for first responders to find you in case of emergency. I would also like anyone who's helped the community lunch program in any way stand up and be recognized, whether you've actually physically set up the tables, cleared tables, washed dishes, whatever you've done. Please stand up and be recognized as a group. We have a shy group here. All right, thank you, everyone. And you know at home that we have not forgotten those of you who can't be with us today. Thank you.
And I just want to thank Sandra. She makes it look easy, but she does a lot of work behind the scenes to coordinate. I just want to say thank you.